see your feet I pray for each and every bird. Give shelter tonight, oh Shama, and call me yours. Bara Karuna Karo Vaishnava Gosai Sakita Bhavana Tama Binke Hona Sakita Bhavana Tama Jaya Vaishnava Gosai Hari Hari. Let's do this one. Okay, this song is Gauranga Bolite Habe in English. While chanting Gauranga, will my body shiver? And while chanting Hari Hari, tears fall from my eyes. While chanting Hari Hari, like Nitai's mercy shine upon my soul, and my worldly desires become meaningless and small. When the moonlight Nitai's mercy shine upon my soul, and my worldly desires become meaningless and small. When will I quit sense indulgence and my mind be pure? When will I behold the Ram, when will I quit sense indulgence and my mind be pure? When will I behold the realm she's in down? Eagerness to follow steps of Rupa Raghunath. When will I then understand Radha Krishna's love? Eagerness to follow the My hope remains at the feet of Rupa Raghunath. This is the constant prayer of Narottama Das. My hope remains at the feet of Rupa Raghunath. This is the constant prayer of Narottama Das. When while chanting Gauranga, will my body shiver? And while chanting Hari Hari, tears fall from my eyes. When while chanting Gauranga, will my body shiver? And while chanting Hari Hari, tears fall from my eyes. Oh, Gora Hey, Gora Hey, Gora Hey, Gora Hey, Gora Hey, Gora Hey, Gora Okay, how do you hear? This next song is Hari Hari Bipale Janama Gainu in English. Is that thing working? Yeah. My life passes by. Hari, Hari, uselessly, my life passes by. Hari. Krishna Arnata, oh having obtained human birth, Radha Krishna Arnata, having obtained human birth, Radha Krishna Arnata, although I was born till I drank poison. Although I was born till I drank poison, Hari, Hari, uselessly, my life passes by. Hari. My life passes by. like a treasure of love. I'm not in on Sankirtan. Why didn't attachment for this arise? Why didn't attachment for this arise? In the poison fire of life, my heart burning day and night. In the poison fire of life, my heart burning day and night. To extinguish this, I never tried. To extinguish this, I never tried. Oh, Hari, Hari, uselessly my life passes by. Hari, Hari, uselessly my life passes by. The king of Rajasthan has become Sati-san. The king of Rajasthan has become Sati-san. Balaram has become Nitai. Balaram has become Nitai. All the low and wretched became delivered by Hari's name. All the low and wretched became delivered by Hari's name. Oh, as witnessed by Jagai Madhava, as witnessed by Jagai Madhava. Oh, Hari, Hari, uselessly my life passes by. Hari, Hari, uselessly my life passes by. Oh my Lord, O Son of Nanda, and Vishwabhanu's daughter. Oh my Lord, O Son of Nanda, and Vishwabhanu's daughter. Oh my Lord, O Son of Nanda, and Vishwabhanu's daughter. Oh my Lord, O Son of Nanda, and Vishwabhanu's daughter. Please give me your mercy this time. Please give me your mercy this time. Dhamma Dasa says, please don't brush me away from your feet. Dhamma Dasa says, please don't brush me away from your feet. Other than you, who else is mine? Other than you, who else is mine? Hari, Hari, uselessly life passes by. Thank you. Haribolam.
That was our own Mangala Didi, Suchanda, and Chandra Kanta. One big hand for them, please. Radhe Radhe. Listen, this next group, it was so nice we had to do it twice. This is an incredible band, and they've asked that everybody, this is going to have a mantra dance, so in the center, we can have some people who care to dance come up. We have Mahesh and his wife, Brihan, and what their band is called the Bhakti Tribe. Let's put our hands together for them.
He'll take care of it. This one is live. This one is live, right? Okay.
Okay, we're just about ready. I do want everybody to remember this is called the trance dance, so we don't want anybody shy. Let's show them what the Hare Krishnas are about. Also, we do have our own Damodar Maharaj in the house. Hello. And he will be speaking to some of the guests in a minute. First we're going to have the mantra band will go now. Then Baba and her husband will perform. Directly after that, Radha Krishna Kanta will perform, and Radha Priya, and then our own Damodar Maharaj, and then we'll have the play. And right after the play, there'll be a magic show. So sit tight, and we're going to rock. Okay, here we go.
Well, just a couple of words about the mantra dance. Okay, you can take one of these out. Just give them one mic and I'll take another. Yeah, one more.
Okay, good. No. I'll be like right here. That's good.
Yeah, I'll give them this one. 1, 2. 1, 2. So, as I was saying earlier about mantra dance, and I wanted to say a few words about where that comes from. First of all, as Shamarani Dasi was saying earlier, in Vrindavan, every speech is a song and every walk is a dance. So that's one reason for dancing. Ourselves, from those who are from the Nitai Gaur Sampradaya or Nitai Gaur followers, the greatest dancer of all times lived about 500 years ago in India. That was Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Gauranga. And his greatest, closest associate was Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So, Sri Nityananda was a great dancer as well. And the idea of dancing is dancing for God, doing the best, doing your best movements, really, with grace and love and devotion. And so I've myself danced many times in front of the deity and at many different festivals. And when you really truly dance and you get involved in the music, you can really get lost into that mantra dance and dance for Sri Nityananda. In fact, I always had this prayer when I dance, and it is that Sri Nityananda, Lord Nityananda, I'm dancing for you. Now please remember me sometime when I need your help. So that is one mood that the devotees have, is asking for the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So when you are dancing, just remember that. So if you feel like moving or dancing, as we say during the mantra dance, please join us. Are you all ready?
Not quite.
Okay. So with us, we have tonight, on my right, I have Chak, who is going to be playing on the djembe.
Yay. Hey. Woo, go Chak.
And we have Cheryl on my right as well. Has been working with us.
Yay.
Okay. And then we have myself, Mahesh, and Brihan on harp and voice.
Yeah. And what do you play? What do you play?
I'll be playing tabla and flute. Yes. And then we have Jazz on. He'll be playing guitar and sonic drum.
Yay. Yeah.
Okay.
Coming. Yeah.
Just 1 second.
Hmm.
There was some technical difficulty.
All right. Well, maybe you can just talk a little bit about the mantra that we're going to use. When we were first asked to perform this piece, there was a benefit on the Kona side for the tsunami victims, and in particular those victims from Sumatra. And so, as devotees, we were thinking, well, what kind of contribution can we make? And so I thought, well, I had had some experience in gamelan, studied with Y.M. Sureka about maybe 15, 16 years ago in Berkeley, California. And so I understood the composition of the scales, and they have some very beautiful, beautiful pentatonic scales. And so then I thought, well, what is the urgency of the moment? And the news was basically saying that after the tsunami, people were actually feeling physically threatened in the sense that their bodies would be under attack because all the sources of water and food and even the air, everything was completely contaminated by the disaster. So I was thinking, well, we have this beautiful mantra, which any devotees who have been on the altar are familiar with. Om Keshivaya Namaha, Om Naraya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Govindaya Namaha. That's actually anointing the parts of the body before you go on. And so I thought that would be a very beautiful mantra to chant. And so we put it together with a beautiful scale, pentatonic scale from that area, and we came up with this piece, which we call Sumatra. So as soon as we can get our gamelan drum going here. Are you ready?
No. Let this just be a testimony to the dependency on technology.
We'll switch it out with another.
Maybe just play a drum.
Cymbals? Hand cymbals, yeah.
No,
Do you want to play cymbals?
I got a direct box for that.
We got the drum now.
Well, just hold on. across with that microphone. This on that side.
Hare
That was mantra dance. Haribo. All glories to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Haribo.
So that was Mahesh and Brihan and their Bhakti tribe. One big hand again for them. Haribo! Haribo! Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, we're going to change the schedule just a little bit. Tulsi is here, and she's going to be offering she's going to be leaving soon, so she has to offer her painting to their lordship, and to Gurudev, of course. And while she's doing that, we're going to ask His Holiness Damodar Maharaj to come and speak a little Hari Katha. So, without further ado, our own Damodar Maharaj. Haribo. Okay, that'll be a tough act to follow. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Saraswati Gaura Bhakti Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer obeisance to the lotus feet of Guru Pada Padma and Shripad Hidandi Swami Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Lotus feet of my So for new people, you may or may not know, yesterday was the appearance day of our beloved Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. So we little heard this morning about Guru Maharaj's life, so just a few things I heard from Gurudev, from Srila Maharaj, from the other Vaishnavas. Just 15 minutes or so, we will discuss about Guru Maharaj's contribution. So, we heard about Guru Maharaj's life story a little bit, briefly. But I remember Srila Maharaj was telling me that Gurudev is so great, you know how he became so beloved to the Vaishnavas. We know that Gurudev came to the Math. He had such an attitude to the Vaishnavas. This Gurudev, our Param Guru, gave him a name, Bhaktivinoda. Friend of all the Vaishnavas. So on the appearance day of King Gurudev, our Gurudev always tells this history. That Param Gurudev, that means my Gurudev's Guru, his first sevak, his name was Ananga Mohan Brahmachari. So every year without fail, Guru Maharaj tells this story with tears in his eyes. Guru Maharaj says, what is the glories of the spiritual master? So he tells us the story of Ananga Mohan Brahmachari. Guru Maharaj says he was completely illiterate. He could not even read or write his own name. But even as from a young boy, he was always engaged in the service of his spiritual master, doing all type of seva, cooking, cleaning, putting the mosquito net up, putting the mosquito net down, washing the cloth, and he had a voice like an angel. He was a very expert singer. But at a young age, he developed tuberculosis. So now we know even today, tuberculosis kills so many millions of persons. Tuberculosis is a disease, a contagious disease where the lungs rot and you cough out your lungs in the form of blood. That boy, Srila Shivaka Maharaj told me this story. That boy got tuberculosis. Therefore, is that your car, Ram? Okay.
That boy got tuberculosis. Therefore, nobody wanted to go near him. In fact, everybody rejected him from the mutt. Thank you, Ram. So Srila Trivikram Maharaj said, but the only person who engaged himself in the service of that devotee was your Gurudev. That's our Gurudev. In fact, Param Gurudev used to spend all the money that he had, all the resources, just for the treatment of that one boy. The other sannyasis used to complain, we are collecting day and night and you're wasting everything on this boy. But Param Guruji always remained silent. So Gurudev took him to South India, and there he did the seva of that boy for 2-3 months. Ananga Mahan Brahmachari lost consciousness for 1 month. And after he gained consciousness, he was asking, where am I? Oh, you're in South India. He began to weep. I'm in South India and my Gurudev is in Bengal. How you have brought me here? And he began to weep. Oh, 1 month I could not serve Gurudev. 1 month I could not chant Harinam. 1 month I could not chant my mantra. And that boy began to weep. So when he was leaving his body, the doctors, first he indicated with his eyes the lady should leave the room when he was dying. And the doctors took his pulse, but he had no pulse. His heart had collapsed. But that boy was shouting, look, Nityananda Prabhu is coming. Nityananda is bringing me to Vrindavan. Oh look, Radhika is coming. Radharani is taking me to Vrindavan. And he was shouting, I'm going to Vrindavan. I'm going to Vrindavan. That time Gurudev put a picture of his own Guru on the chest of that boy, and that boy began to weep and was chanting, Baba, Baba. Such a relationship he had with his Guru. He saw his Guru like his own father. So Guru Maharaj said about himself, he said, I could never understand why our Gurudev gave so much love to that boy. But only when he was leaving this world I could understand, because he'd achieved perfection. He was a Mahabhagavat. So Gurudev said, he put his head on the feet of Ananga Mahan Brahmachari and asked, Prabhu, you are going now to Vrindavan. You can make a reservation for me. Guru Maharaj always says. So Srila Trivikram Maharaj said, your Gurudev became so empowered only for one reason, because he kept his life in the hands. He kept his life in his hands for the service of the Vaishnavas. So Srila Trivikram Maharaj said, Guru Maharaj also caught tuberculosis by serving that boy. So I know whenever Guru Maharaj goes anywhere, he says one thing. The whole world follows me. The whole world respects me. The whole world listens to my words. Why? There's only one reason. Because I always engage myself in the service of the devotees. So Guru Maharaj, many people just speak, but they cannot follow their speech by their activities. But in Guru Maharaj, we never see that. Everything he says, he follows himself. That's why he has so much power in his preaching. So, I think Guru Maharaj's real contribution to this Sampradaya will not be understood for many years after. We know that the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had practically collapsed in the Western countries until Guru Maharaj came. If Guru Maharaj had not come and preached in the Western countries, this movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would be practically finished. So such a wonderful thing Guru Maharaj has done and brought the highest teachings of the Goswamis. He's brought it to the Western countries and put the stamp of Rupa Goswami in this world. We always pray to Rupa Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale, Swayam Rupa Katamayam Badati Swapadantikam. We always worship Sri Rupa Goswami with this pranam mantra. Rupa Goswami, he is most dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he fulfilled the manobhist of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The manobhist means the heartfelt desire of Rupa Goswami, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is what? 2 things. The first is Rag Mag Bhakti Lok Korite Pracharan. Mahaprabhu came to taste 3 moods of Radhika, and Rupa Goswami also helped Mahaprabhu to understand those 3 moods. Why? Because no one knows Radharani more than Rupa Goswami. Therefore Mahaprabhu, he is not Radhika. Mahaprabhu is Krishna pretending to be Radharani. Therefore Guru Maharaj says, Mahaprabhu always took help from Swarup Damodar and Ramananda to taste the moods of Radhika. But I think that even Lita and Vishaka don't know Radhika like Sri Rupa Manjari. Therefore, don't think also that Rupa Goswami didn't help Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to taste those internal moods. But more importantly for us, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this world to distribute the spontaneous love of the Brijbasis towards Radha Krishna in this world. And Rupa Goswami helped Mahaprabhu by what? Putting all the teachings of Mahaprabhu into books. But unless Guru Maharaj had come to this world, isn't it? Then Rupa Goswami's books, the writings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, would have never entered these Western countries. You just think of our lives. If Guru Maharaj had not come, none of us would have ever read Jaiva Dharma or understood it. None of us would have had a chance to read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. None of us would understand anything about Chaitanya Charitamrita or the deeper meanings of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave 4 instructions to the Goswamis, Vigraha Prakash, Mahaprabhu gave instructions to the Goswamis to manifest the hidden deities of Vrindavan. So Guru Maharaj also, what did he do? We know that Guru Maharaj spread the deities of Sri Radha Vinod Bihari throughout the whole world. Especially Guru Maharaj established the deity of Brinda Devi and Sevakunj, the lost holy places of Vrindavan. Even now, everyone knows Vrindavan only because Guru Maharaj has been doing that Brajamanu Parikram for the last, how many years? 65 years. Therefore, anyone who knows anything about Vrindavan only knows because of Guru Maharaj's preaching. All these holy places that had practically been covered, Guru Maharaj has re-manifested to this world. Like we know Brahma Kund at Manasigang had become completely forgotten, but Guru Maharaj restored that place. Guru Maharaj restored Bandirvat. Guru Maharaj restored, he put the importance of Rupa Goswami and the Samadhi of Rupa Goswami he put back on the map. Also, unless Guru Maharaj had preached very boldly, we know that when Gurudev does Navadvip Parikram, how many people come on Navadvip Parikram? 25,000 people. You know why? Because of Guru Maharaj's Hari Katha. Otherwise, no Guru Maharaj, then where's Navadvip Parikram? So, the Goswamis also had the instructions of writing books of Vaishnav Sadachar, the correct behavior of Vaishnav. So the list of books that Guru Maharaj has put from Sanskrit and Bengali into the national language Hindi, they're about as long as your arm. Maybe 30, 40 books Guru Maharaj has translated. And if Guru Maharaj hadn't made disciples who could translate these books, then who would know the writings of the Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the writings of Saraswati Thakur, or the writings of Rupa Goswami? So Guru Maharaj's contribution cannot be measured very, very easily. Someone once raised the question to Sri Saraswati Thakur. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, we read in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this world, hundreds of thousands of persons would follow behind him chanting the holy name. But only 100 years after the disappearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Sampradaya of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had practically become completely lost. Thakur Bhaktivinoda, 120 years ago, he couldn't even find a copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's very hard for him to find a copy of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Therefore the question comes, if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's preaching was so widespread, how come his Sampradaya finished practically 100 years after his disappearance? Saraswati Thakur said, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he never wrote any books. He never constructed any temples. Practically speaking, he never initiated anyone. What should Chaitanya Mahaprabhu give to this world? You cannot measure it in terms of stones, cement, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's contribution to this world is nothing but a conception. Therefore, who can see what a conception is? There's no external manifestation of it. Therefore, the conception of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had practically been covered only 100 years after his disappearance. Therefore, the real service to humanity in this world is to re-manifest the conception of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this world. We know, practically speaking, in India, also I lived in Mathura like 12 years, but no matter how many people you go collecting from door to door, in 12 years I never heard one person from even the Muslims all speak so highly of Guru Maharaj, because 60 years they've seen his character. So Guru Maharaj also, one speciality of his, how much he is deeply absorbed in bhajan. Guru Maharaj, practically speaking, what is this world? When he chants Harinam, when he closes his eyes before his classes, when he gives Hari Katha, this world doesn't exist. So I've seen absorption in many Vaishnavas, but absorption like Guru Maharaj you cannot see in everyone. One time Srila Chivika Maharaj was talking to me and he said, you know, in my life I've seen many, many Vaishnavas. But a Vaishnava like your Guru Maharaj, I have never seen. Why? Your Gurudev has one thing which I've never seen in anyone else. He has audarita. Audarita means a compassion to help others, a mercy to help others. So the mercy I've seen in Narayan Maharaj, I have never seen in any other Vaishnava in my whole life. Srila Chivika Maharaj said like that. No? So a saintly person has two qualities. One, his heart is a thunderbolt. And we all know that side of Guru Maharaj, some more than others. So Guru Maharaj really, everyone's afraid of him. Even I remember other brahmacharis would say, just hearing on Navareet Parikram there's so much service to do, cooking for hundreds of thousands of persons, and all the brahmacharis are feeling lazy. Therefore, one sannyasi was telling me, when we wanted the brahmacharis to work, what would we say? You better be careful, Narayan Maharaj is coming. Then all the brahmacharis would jump up. So Guru Maharaj really like a thunderbolt, especially against misconception. One time I remember in Govardhan, one thing, the spiritual master can forgive any offense, but he can never forgive the offense of preaching or speaking apasiddhanta, that which is against the conclusion of our Guru Parampara and the scriptures. He can forgive anything else. So one time I remember in Govardhan, Guru Maharaj was giving class in the afternoon, and one big person, like a district magistrate, came to Govardhan. He came with about 5 escort cars. All the police had machine guns and World War I machine guns. He had an escort of maybe 20 or 30 police. Such a big person. So he came in the middle of the class, and of course Gurudev always respects everyone. He asked him, you speak a few words about Govardhan and Krishna. So that district magistrate, he began to speak against Krishna. Means God has no form, God has no pastimes, God has no activities. He's just an energy, blah, 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 blah. So I was watching Guru Maharaj, because he was speaking in Hindi, and Guru Maharaj was... Then he said, I can't take it anymore. And Guru Maharaj took the mic and began to hammer him. Maybe 10 or 15 minutes, every single point he made, Guru Maharaj cut into about 1,000 pieces. And that district magistrate, he was shaking. He was so angry. Then he began to storm off, and Guru Maharaj, oh no, I'm just joking, and he gave him some sweets, and the man went off completely disgusted. And Guru Maharaj was saying, oh my God, what have I done? He said, you know who he is? He's the district magistrate. That means if he had become my friend, we could have done anything here. But what could I do? I could not tolerate his words. Therefore, maybe we'll get in trouble afterwards. So Guru Maharaj really hard like a thunderbolt, but sweet like a flower, sweet like a rose. Many people not understand Guru Maharaj because they just see his very strong and grave side. But really, you little press underneath the surface, then he's so much merciful and compassionate. So I think of all the speakers who've been speaking for the last 2 days, you think hardly any of them are Guru Maharaj's direct disciples. Very rare to find a Vaishnava who will just accept everyone. Therefore Guru Maharaj says, I only have very few disciples. 90% are my Parikya Shishas, adopted disciples. So how much he is merciful, how much he is compassionate to everyone. And he'll give you 1,000 chances. You make 1,000 mistakes, he'll give you 1,000 chances. But one instruction he'll always give. The whole world you can lose, but never lose your Hari bhajan. Therefore Guru Maharaj has extraordinary qualities like unprecedented Guru Nishta. How much Guru Maharaj has love and affection for his own spiritual master. Every appearance day of his Guru Maharaj, without fail, Guru Maharaj will always be weeping. So how much affection he has for his own Guru. How much affection he has for Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. Unprecedented. I'll tell you one story that I heard from one devotee in Sydney. We've heard of Bhaktivedanta Bon Maharaj. Have we heard of him, remember? Prabhupada and him always used to have some disagreement. So this devotee, Shastraji, he went to see Bon Maharaj when he was leaving this world, 1986. So Bon Maharaj was talking. He said, we are the old generation and most of us have gone. And the few that are left, they are going also quickly. He said, but the new generation is coming. This is like 15 years ago, 20 years ago. He said, but the new generation are coming. And amongst them, there are some very powerful Vaishnavas. But amongst all of them, they will become one. He will be Vaishnav Sarvabhauma. That means the leader of the Vaishnav Sampradaya. Who is that? Bhaktivedanta Nri Maharaj. And Bon Maharaj said, you know why? Because he was completely empowered by Swami Maharaj. Completely empowered. Some people we see, they cannot understand. They must be blind. Like an owl in a cave. He is challenging, where's the sun? I've never seen the sun. But if you just step outside the cave, then you can see the sun very clearly. Then how people cannot appreciate the preaching of Guru Maharaj, they must be completely mad. How Guru Maharaj is circling around the world. How many times now? 22 times. How many thousands of persons he's given a chance to be initiated into the Sampradaya. How many hundreds of thousands of books he's distributed. How many temples he's built. How much he preaches Hari Katha. Therefore, people who cannot see the contribution of Guru Maharaj, they either must be completely blind or completely retarded or both. So, my Srila Gauranga Maharaj used to say, who is Guru? Guru means one who attracts the heart. That person who appears in your heart is Guru. So, of course, we should not just speak philosophy. We should speak a little bit, like Prem Parajan spoke last night, a little bit what Gurudev has done for me. So, I remember when I was with Srila Gauranga Maharaj, I always had a doubt in the back of my mind, what will I do when you leave this world? But it's not a question you can openly ask, because everyone else will think you're mad or a demon. Therefore, one time I asked Srila Gauranga Maharaj, what will I do when you leave this world? Under whose guidance should I perform my service? So he laughed. He said, you should immediately run to the Shiksha Guru. So I said, but, I don't know any Shiksha Guru, I only know you. I don't know anyone else who is qualified like you. And he laughed and said, don't worry, Guru will make all arrangements. So just a few days before, 2 days before Srila Gauranga Maharaj left this world, he was giving a class and he began to shout. I was in the back. Hey, you Bhakta, run to the Vaishnav, run to the Vaishnav. So I couldn't understand what's he talking about, because I'm already with a Vaishnav. Why do I leave him and run somewhere else? So I kept on thinking, why is he telling me to run to a Vaishnav? Then 2 days after he left this world, then I could understand, run to a Vaishnav. So I thought, well, there's 2 Vaishnavas in this world. One is Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj, and the other one is Sri Bhaktivedanta Nri Maharaj. Because I'd heard about Nri Maharaj from Udakram Prabhu, Padmanabh Maharaj, and Pran Kishore Prabhu. So their mercy I first heard about Guru Maharaj. So I got on the train, and I was coming towards Mathura to meet Gurudev, when I met one disciple of Puri Maharaj on the train, and we began to speak, and he said, well, you know, Bhakti Pramod Puri Maharaj said that Nri Maharaj is not bona fide. So that was like a thunderbolt on my head. So I thought, what am I doing? I've got to get off the train and go back to Navadvip, to Puri Maharaj. But it was an express train, I couldn't get off. So I went to Delhi and I was completely mad. What am I going to do? So as soon as I got out of the train, I went to the train office to buy a ticket back to Navadvip. At this stage, I was actually 90% mad. So then I was sitting in line waiting for my ticket, and I thought, well, Srila Gauranga Maharaj used to say, whose bhajan becomes pure? Hey kids! Silence, please. Whose bhajan becomes more and more pure? That person who hears Hari Katha every day from the mouth of a pure devotee, that person's bhajan becomes pure. But I was thinking, well, Srila Puri Maharaj is not speaking Bhagavatam. He's 100 years old. But Srila Nri Maharaj is speaking Bhagavatam. But I've heard he's not bona fide. What am I going to do? So I prayed and I opened one of Srila Gauranga Maharaj's books. And he said that you have to hear the Srimad Bhagavatam every day from the mouth of a pure devotee. So I thought, well, let me go and see Nri Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, and see for myself. If he's bona fide or not bona fide, my Guru Parampara will give intelligence to understand that thing. So when I first came to Guru Maharaj has no mood of, I am great, I am important. He's just like a normal person. So So when I first walked there, I thought he was like a brahmachari from the mud. I'd never seen a picture of him or anything. So we began speaking. He just came out of his room and he said, I had 2 questions. Did you know Srila Gaurasundar Maharaj? And are you in the same line, the same thinking? That were my 2 doubts. So I came to him and he said immediately, oh, where are you from? I'm from Bhubaneswar. He goes, oh, Bhubaneswar, yes. I know Gaur Govind so well. And we are in the same line. Srila Gogama said, who is Guru? The Guru is not an ordinary soul. He's a manifestation of the Supreme Lord within the heart. Therefore, like Paramatma knows everything, the real Guru, he also knows everything, past, present, future. Therefore, as soon as he answered my 2 doubts without me saying anything, then I knew, this is Guru. So we began talking and he said, come in my room, we can't talk here. So he went in his room and he locked the door. So this is just after all the ISKCON Gurus had left. They used to come and hear from Guru Maharaj and they just left like a few weeks before, I think. And Guru Maharaj was a little chanting on his bed and he said, let them all go. Let them have their temples. Let them keep their disciples. Let them keep their money. I'm not interested in any of these things. I'm just a beggar. All I have is my Harinam. And he was a little chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So deep. I never seen anyone chant the holy name like him. Complete absorption. Have you ever heard of anyone drinking the holy name? Drinking the nectar of the holy name? We hear that expression. When I was watching him chanting, I thought, he is drinking the syllables of Harinam. I never seen anyone chant like this. So I was very much impressed. So I had a doubt. I said, Maharaj, can I ask you a question? He said, yes. I said, can I stay here with you? Because at that time there was no Westerners living in the temple. So I was a little thinking maybe they're not allowed or something. I said, Maharaj, can I stay here with you? And Maharaj said, if you want, you spend the rest of your life here with me. Isn't it? So from as soon as I met him, isn't it, he completely attracted my heart. When I walked out of that room, I was his disciple. Isn't it? When I went in that room, I was someone else's disciple. But when I came out of that room, I was his. So I was a little confused because I didn't think he could change gurus. We hear Chakudan Diloje Janme Janme Prabhu say. So I was a little confused because I just changed gurus and I hadn't planned it that way. So I went back in his room and I said, I'm a little confused. Are you my guru? Or is Srila Gaurasundar Maharaj my guru? And Gurudev laughed, as you like. I said, oh, I like you. So his compassion is more, his affection is more than millions and millions of mothers. And he only has one desire for us. Do bhajan. Chant holy name. Chant your mantras properly. Hear and serve the Vaishnavas. He has no other interest, no other desires. Therefore in his Vyasa Puja, of course, like on the birthday of Krishna, Nanda Baba was so happy, everything he distributed, even the clothes off his back, he distributed in charity. He's so happy. So on the birthday, this appearance day of the Guru, whatever you want, he'll give you. Therefore have to be a little careful what we request. Therefore Guru Maharaj said in his interview, well, we should always remember the topmost goal is Radha Dasyam, the service of Radhika. But I'm thinking the service of Radharani is a little far from me. Where's Radhika? Where is B.V. Damodar Maharaj? There's a little gap there. But I think if I can just become the servant of Radhika, birth after birth, if I can just dedicate my feet to the most dear devotee of Radhika, then I think the service of Radhika will run behind me looking for me. So request for one thing on the appearance day of the Guru. The Guru should appear in our hearts. Srila Gaurasundar Maharaj used to say, you're offering me so much praise, but I'm asking you a question also. Has your heart a place for Guru Pada Padma? Does your heart have a place for the spiritual master? Therefore we have to ask all these things, and we ask Guru Maharaj on your appearance day, don't appear anywhere else. We don't mind if you don't appear in Hilo, but appear in the core of my heart, birth after birth.
Okay, I think that Tulsi Wari, she wanted to offer this directly to Srila Gurudev, and I think that you can take it and actually go towards the camera with it, and then put it over here when you're done.
And where do you want to go?
I offer my humble obeisances unto Srila Prabhupada and my Guru, Srila Nri Maharaj. I just wanted to offer this painting of Radha Krishna to him for his birthday. I painted it in Cleveland and transported it from there to here. So I hope that you all enjoy Radha Krishna in their dance of love and ecstasy. Haribol.
Our humble obeisances to our Diksha Guru. Koti Koti Dandavas pranam to him. Srila Prabhupada. Equal Koti Koti Dandavas to my Shiksha Guru, our Shiksha Guru. Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Also to all my God brothers, sannyasis and God sisters, everyone here in the room, my humble obeisances. We're going to perform a very few songs, but the first one is very famous, I think all of you know, and please chant with us. And Guru Maharaj many times request this song for him to hear.
I can dance also.
Also we can dance, it's not too serious. Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Balamba Girivarada Jana Balava Girivaradari Jasodanandana Radhajana Randana Jasodanandana Radhajana Randana Jamuna Tiram Vanachari Jamuna Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Balava Girivarada Tiram Vanachari Jamuna Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavalam Girivaradari Gopi Janavalam Girivaradari Jasodanandanam Rajajanarandanam Jasodanandanam Rajajanarandanam Jamuna Tiram Vanachari Jamuna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Now they're going to sing a song about a bumblebee. A bumblebee. Let me warn you, don't humble servant of an unreliable master. Krishna, Krishna, Nri, that's all together. I don't want any messages from the voice of Flute. Krishna is just like you. He cannot be true, my dear bumblebee. Don't touch me. We don't know why one license has captivated Lakshmi. We are not such foolish. Our mistake won't be repeated. By Krishna and his messenger, we will no longer be cheated. Our mistake won't be repeated. Trying to satisfy me by singing a Krishna's glory, but to us there's a true story. All about Krishna we know very well, much more than you could ever tell. Krishna is now in the city. By women so pretty. If you want to sing of him, then go to them. Bumblebee, don't touch me. Tuned by Krishna's enchanting words sweet. Only think of him and constantly weep. Krishna or you, I cannot believe, because everything else only to grieve. Do not think of him. It gives only pain. Do you think that we can place our faith in him again? Do not speak of him. If you foolish bumblebee, you are trying to satisfy me. You are trying to flatter me with words so sweet, trying to place your head under my feet. I know the trick that you are trying to play. You're the greatest trickster that's been written today. So my dear bumblebee, please leave me. Bumblebee, my dear bumblebee, please leave me.
Dear Srila Gurudev said, when I translate this from our Gita, you have to have a song this long. Okay. There's another one, Gurudev Light. I think all of you probably too. Srila Gurudev. Chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Chanting, oh Lord, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Hiranyakasi, who was king, an evil one was he. He bargained with Lord Brahma for immortality. Not to die in the day, not to die in the night, not to die on the land, not to die on the sea. Not to die by animals, not to die by men. She wanted to live eternally. Prahlad, the boy, the devotee, was son of the demon king. His father's pride and joy was he, till he heard him sing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo, chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Bolo chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. This chanting made that king so mad, he tried to kill his son. Prahlad kept chanting Krishna's name, it could not be done. He threw into demons that boiled him in oil, put him out in the wind and rain. Prahlad kept chanting Krishna's name, so it was done in vain. Hiranyakasi pulled and yelled, Prahlad, is your God here? He struck a column with his fist. Lord Nrsimha appeared. He wasn't by day, wasn't by night, wasn't on land, it wasn't on sea, was not by animal, was not by men. He was killed by the Supreme Personality. Bolo bolo, chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Bolo chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Chanting, chanting, chanting the names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Lord Premanande, Haribo. Thank you, Gurudev. Hi, Prabhupada. When Gurudev heard this, he said, would you chant that song that says Gurudev and the sky? This blue sky?
Oh, blue day, with eyes so blue when I see the sky, I think of you with love and affection for a heart so true to our Guru Varga and the preaching moon. Oh, blue day, with eyes so blue when I see the sky, I think of you with love and affection for a heart so true to our
Guru Varga and the preaching moon.
Before you came, I lost the grip of Gauranga's message. I'd begun to slip more deeply into higher trips, forgetting the message of love of God and the low seed of our promised heart. Oh, Guru came with eyes so blue when I see the sky, I think of you and love and affection for a heart so true to our Guru Varga and the preaching moon. Today with hope you fill my heart, a brand new start, the highest message, the sweetest love that you fighting sweet honey Gaurasundar. Oh, Guru day, with eyes so blue when I
See the sky, I think of you with love and affection for a heart so true to our Guru Varga and the preaching moon. Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gurudev. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Guru came with eyes so blue when I see the sky, I think of you with love and affection for a heart so true to our Guru Varga and the preaching moon.
Jai Shri Gurudev, Jai Prabhupada.
course, this is our own Baba Charini and our Nri and his transcendental band. Look at the booth. Everybody knows who they are. Haribol, Haribol. I wanted to mention, and this gathering has been possible not only of these great disciples of Srila Prabhupada and followers of Nri Maharaj, but by their generosity, they have